For decades, metro lines have been designed with a singular focus: to transport people from residential suburbs to commercial city centers as quickly as possible. While this approach may have been effective in the past, it's increasingly evident that it no longer meets the complex needs of today's urban populations. The limitations of these traditional metro systems are becoming glaringly obvious, leading to inefficiencies, congestion, and a less than optimal user experience. Cities are not static, they evolve. The way we live and work has undergone significant changes, especially in the last few years. Gone are the days when residential and commercial zones were distinctly separate. Today, cities are becoming more integrated, with mixed-use developments that combine residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. This shift demands a new approach to public transportation, one that is as dynamic and multifaceted as the cities it serves. To address these challenges, some cities are taking bold steps. A prime example is the ambitious $125 billion mega railway project underway in Australia. This initiative aims to revolutionize public transport by creating a more interconnected and efficient system. Metro systems around the world are at a crossroads. Many were built in the mid-20th century and are showing their age, both in terms of infrastructure and design philosophy. These systems were conceived at a time when urban living was very different. The focus was on connecting outlying residential areas to central business districts. In cities like Melbourne, for example, the original metro design focused on a central grid where all the offices and shops were located. Residential areas were primarily in the suburbs, connected to the city center via railway lines. This design is now outdated. People live in apartments in the city center, and offices have relocated to various parts of the city, rendering the old in-and-out metro lines inefficient. The limitations of such systems have real-world implications. This inefficiency leads to lost productivity, increased stress, and a lower quality of life. When we look at metro systems that are considered efficient, a common feature emerges. They offer multiple routes that intersect at various points, providing commuters with a range of options for getting from point A to point B. Cities like Tokyo, London, and New York have set the standard in this regard. Their metro systems are not just about moving people from the outskirts to the center. They facilitate movement in every conceivable direction. This network of crisscrossing lines and loops around both the city center and outer boroughs allows for a more flexible and efficient use of public transport. For example, the Tokyo Metro serves an average of 8 million passengers daily with minimal delays. The system's efficiency is not by accident but by design. Multiple lines intersect at various hubs, allowing passengers to switch routes easily. This level of interconnectedness reduces the need for long, circuitous routes, making daily commutes faster and more convenient. The key to these successful metro systems is their adaptability. As cities grow and change, so too must their public transport networks. An adaptable metro system can accommodate shifts in population density, land use, and even lifestyle trends. It's not just about laying down tracks and setting up stations. It's about creating a dynamic system that can evolve with the city it serves. Turning our attention to Melbourne, we find a city in the midst of a transformative public transport project. The Suburban Rail Loop, a 90-kilometer railway project, aims to connect Melbourne's outer suburbs in a way that the current metro system does not. With an estimated cost of AUD $125 billion, this is no small undertaking. The project has been divided into 4 phases, with the first phase covering 26 kilometers of twin tunnels and 6 new stations at an estimated cost of $33 billion. The timeline for completion stretches all the way to 2084, making it a long-term commitment to improving the city's public transport. However, this project is not without its challenges. Funding remains a significant hurdle, with the project currently short of 1/3 of its proposed budget. Public opinion is also divided, with some viewing the suburban rail loop as a necessary step towards a more interconnected Melbourne, while others criticize it as a politically motivated endeavor that fails to address immediate concerns. Despite these challenges, the suburban rail loop represents a significant shift in how Melbourne views its public transport needs. It acknowledges the limitations of the existing system and takes a bold step towards creating a more interconnected and efficient network that aligns with the city's growth and changing demographics. While long-term projects like the suburban rail loop are essential for the future, there are pressing issues that need immediate attention. one of the most critical challenges is the congestion in city centers, particularly during peak hours. This congestion is not just a nuisance, it's a bottleneck that limits the number of trains that can pass through, leading to longer waiting times and overcrowded platforms. To alleviate this issue, Melbourne has initiated the Metro Tunnel project. Situated 40 meters below the city streets, this project aims to create a new train line that connects the west to the southeast, bypassing the congested city center. The Metro Tunnel is not just an add-on, it's a fundamental rethinking of how the city's train system operates. By creating a new route that avoids the central choke point, more trains can run more frequently, reducing wait times and making the system more reliable. The Metro Tunnel project faced its share of challenges, particularly when it came to its impact on the city's main street. Initial plans would have torn the street apart, leading to public outcry and comparisons to divisive structures like the Berlin Wall. However, innovative engineering solutions were found to maintain the tunnel's route while minimizing surface disruptions. Buildings along the tunnel's path were carefully demolished, and excavations were carried out beneath the street, allowing for construction without tearing the city in two. The Metro Tunnel owes much of its progress to technological advancements, particularly tunnel boring machines, TBMs. These machines are engineering wonders, weighing over 1,100 tons and extending up to 120 meters in length. They are equipped with a cutter head that weighs 100 tons and can cut through rock 6 times harder than concrete. The TBMs are not just about brute force. They are marvels of modern engineering. They come equipped with state-of-the-art navigation systems that ensure they stay on course. A crew of up to 10 people operates each TBM, which is staffed and monitored around the clock. These machines even have their own offices, kitchens, and toilets, making them self-contained units capable of extended operation without surface support. The use of TBMs in the Metro Tunnel project represents a significant step forward in construction technology. It allows for faster, more efficient tunneling with minimal disruption to city life. The TBMs were even named after local female heroes, adding a touch of local culture to this feat of engineering. The initiatives we've discussed so far are not isolated projects, but part of a broader vision for the future of public transport in Melbourne, and by extension, other cities facing similar challenges. This vision is not just about solving today's problems, but about anticipating the needs of tomorrow. With urban populations expected to rise significantly in the coming decades, the demand for efficient, reliable public transport will only increase. Melbourne is already setting the stage for what its public transport network will look like in the years to come. The suburban rail loop and the Metro Tunnel are just the beginning. Plans are in place to further expand the network, incorporating newer technologies and design philosophies that prioritize flexibility, efficiency, and user experience. For example, the city is considering the integration of autonomous vehicles and on-demand transport options to bridge the last-mile gap between homes and metro stations. There's also talk of expanding the tram network and introducing more eco-friendly buses powered by renewable energy. These are not just plans on paper. They are actionable items that the city is committed to implementing in the coming years. The expansion and modernization of Melbourne's public transport network are closely tied to the city's overall growth and development. An efficient public transport system can be a significant driver of economic activity, attracting businesses and talent to the city. It also has social implications, improving accessibility and reducing the divide between various socioeconomic groups. Moreover, a well-planned public transport system can have environmental benefits. By reducing the reliance on cars, it can significantly lower the city's carbon footprint, contributing to global efforts to combat climate change. In a world where sustainability is increasingly becoming a priority, cities like Melbourne have a role to play in setting an example for others to follow. Cities like Melbourne are taking proactive steps to address these challenges. Projects like the suburban rail loop and the Metro Tunnel are not just infrastructure upgrades. They represent a fundamental shift in how we think about public transport. These initiatives aim to create a more interconnected, efficient, and adaptable transport network that can meet the needs of a growing and evolving city. These technologies are part of a broader trend towards integrating modern solutions to enhance the efficiency and user experience of public transport systems. Certainly, here's a concise one-liner call to action. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful discussions.